Fathers, day 20, we're almost done. One more day after today. So let's just dive in on day 20. Comes from Romans 8:28, a familiar verse for us, possibly. It reads, "We know that all things work together for the good of those who love God, who are called according to his purposes." And so this has become a common thing that I say, is that it is all working out. It is all working out. Let me just read some snippets from what I wrote for day 20. One of the things about being a father is the delayed fruits of your presence in the lives of your children and your efforts to be the best father possible for your children. We may not always see the immediate results that come from our direction, our love, and our commitment. However, this text in Romans reminds us that God is working all things together for good, and our calling as fathers is a part of God's plan for our children. You as a father is a part of God's plan for your individual children. Understand that our prayers, our fasting, our instruction, and every moment we spend guiding our children will contribute to their growth, their development, and their spiritual formation. Our ultimate goal is for our children to grow up knowing God through his son, Jesus Christ, and to fulfill the potential that God has for our son or our daughter. Okay? Fathers, you are the instruments that God will use to direct your children toward a life of faith. The journey is long and challenging, but take comfort in knowing that our willingness to fulfill this role will not be in vain. We are planting seeds in our children that will bear fruit in God's timing. So God is working everything out. I know that 30 years ago, my dad probably looked at me and just probably shook his head. And I'm not saying that I have achieved all of these great things in life. But what I do know is that the efforts my dad gave me when I was growing up, I am benefiting from them today on the other side of 50. Well, I'm 58, okay? And so I want to encourage fathers, all the stuff you're doing, all the counsel, all the direction, all of your prayers for your children, all the rides you give them, all the money you spot them to help them with this or that, all of the support you give them. It's all going to work out. It's all going to work out. We have to trust God. For those of you who are basketball fans, remember the Philadelphia 76ers, maybe 8 years ago, had this saying, trust the process, when they were trying to build their roster and they did things that did not seem like it was happening at that time. They just kept saying, trust the process. That's the same thing. We trust that God is working everything out. That gives me hope. That gives me encouragement. Because even now with my children at different stages of their life, 130, 126, 123, I still know that they have not reached their full potential in life. And I'm constantly guiding them and constantly directing them, constantly trying to help them. But that keeps coming to my mind. God is working everything out. God is working everything out. When I give advice and they don't take it, when I give guidance to go this way and they go the other way, I just keep telling myself, God is working everything out. So fathers, I've said it before during this 21 days, you matter, you are important. Keep doing what you're doing and trust that God is working everything out. That's day 20. We got one more day. Come back for the last day, day 21. I'm interested in how you've enjoyed this. You can email me, you can drop a comment, you can direct message me. I'm just interested in how this is helping you. All right. So God bless you, fathers.